leader of the Enlightened Christian Gathering Church, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, has clarified issues surrounding his permanent resident status.
I obtained a permanent residence in South Africa legally. I applied through the South African embassy here in Malawi, which after 4 months, I was told I qualified for the permanent resident. I got it legally, and unfortunately, to show you how desperate these 5 investigating officers they can go. They are trying right now to push immigration to remove my permanent residence. What does that tell you?
He says it is unfair for the Minister of the Department of Home Affairs, Motsoaledi, to take sides in a matter which should have been treated without partiality.
Claiming I should do representation before the Minister of Immigration, where I'm supposed to go and do representations how I got my PR. Well, that's okay. I would do that. But how would I do representation to the minister who has already taken a side? We all heard the Minister of Immigration in South Africa making statements against me, xenophobic statements against me 2 weeks ago when I was arrested. So how would I make a representation before that minister? Is this justice? This is why I'm in Malawi currently, to present my case to say, can the government of Malawi not allow the citizen of the country or their citizens or other citizens not to go through such type of injustice? This is injustice, and I'm calling for Malawi government to intervene to make sure that I have got a fair trial in South Africa. This is why I'll be addressing and presenting myself before the justice system of also Malawi, before the law enforcement of Malawi on Monday, to say I'm here, I'm not running away. This is my address. I stay here in case they want me, but all I want is fairness in this trial. I am not running away, and I can't do that because I want to see justice in my trial.
Home Affairs Minister Motsoaledi launched an accusation against the Bushiris earlier this month on issues surrounding their legality in South Africa.
Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife entered South Africa for the first time on the 6th of September 2009. And they were issued visas, which means they were visitors. But while he was here, 2014, 2015, and 2016, he started applying, he registered companies with the CIPC, the register of companies, and started conducting businesses, which is not allowed, by the way. It's not allowed in terms of the visitor's visa and immigration law. So that is a chargeable offense already. Now, in 2012, remember they came here, both of them, in 2009 on visitor's visa. But in 2012, Mary Bushiri, the wife, she's also called a prophet or prophetess or something like that, entered South Africa through the O.R. Tambo International Airport. She then produced a permanent residence visa, not a visitor's visa, a permanent residence visa, which was, according to what she produced, which was given to her on the 1st of February 1997.
The case of their status in South Africa had been postponed to May 2021 by the Pretoria High Court at the last sitting in October. He alleged that this was caused by these same investigating officers who had been seeking to extort from him.
And unfortunately, to show you how desperate these 5 investigating officers they can go, they are trying right now to push immigration to remove my permanent residence. What does that tell you?
He spoke vehemently against the court order gagging him from speaking against the injustices he was going through at the hands of South African authorities.
I had to do this. I had to come to Malawi to make this address because as part of my bail conditions in South Africa, they said I should not comment anything. I should not say anything. What does that tell you? I should not say anything. I should not comment anything. Now, am I having my rights? I shouldn't say anything. We have got human rights, and one of the rights is, freedom to speech and expression. I can't express myself. I can't express my feeling over this case because they said I should not say anything as a bail condition. One of the bail conditions which is so and greatly criticized judicially is that they said I must not directly or indirectly be in touch or communicate or talk to any state witness. Well, I have no problem with that, but who is that state witness? They never told me who is the state witness. Now, you tell me if I'm in South Africa, if I talk to my driver, do I know? Maybe he's a state witness. If I talk to my neighbor, do I know? Maybe he's a state witness. This is why I had to leave the country, because I don't know who is a state witness. Because one of the bail conditions, I must not talk to any state witness which is anonymous. Now, how would I live in the country? What about my pastors? Maybe they're state witnesses. What about my leaders? What about my church members? I talk to people. I'm a public figure. I talk to everyone else. I speak to everyone else. So for my safety, I am in Malawi right now, and these people, they have tortured my life, tormented my life. I informed all, as I said, law agencies in South Africa, all relevant authorities, and nothing has been done. And as I promised that I do not want to abscond from any trial in South Africa, and I will not, because it's a wish of every person to have a fair trial and to have their innocence proved before courts. I believe in the law, and I'm a law-abiding citizen.